Sveiki and welcome back to your irregular Latvian lesson. Sometimes in life you gotta wait, and it just so happens that history has given Latvians many opportunities to practice the art of patience. We have therefore developed an elaborate waiting vocabulary that you will learn today. Let's go! The base verb is gaidit, gaidit, but if you thought that there's only one base meaning, ha ha ha, you fool, this is Latvian, did you forget? No. You can either gaidit stundu, to wait for an hour or another amount of time, or you can gaidit notikumu, to await an event or to expect something to happen. You can gaidit kādu, to wait for someone. But if you gaidit kaut ko no kāda, you are waiting for something from somebody, or you're in a workplace where things are expected of you. No jauniem darbiniekiem tiek gaidīts ierasties laikā. New employees are expected to come to the office on time. If you gaidīt ar nepacietību, you are waiting with impatience. Es ar nepacietību gaidu tavu zvanu. I am waiting impatiently for your call, either because I love you or you owe me money. But when you get something that is ilgi gaidīts, long awaited, oh, what a good feeling that is, especially if it is that money you were owed. You can also have a noun from gaidīt. Gaidas, usually in plural, is an emotional state when you're waiting for something more or less intently. You don't usually have gaidas, but gaidas are eating you alive, for example. But for very intense waiting, ilgas, longing in English. And actually, they are made up pretty much the same way, because ilgi is how Latvians say long when talking about time, or ilgs for masculine and ilga for feminine. Woo! Tā nu gan bija ilga tikšanās. Now that was a long meeting. Ilga, as well as gaida, can also be feminine names, baby girl names in Latvian. And they can be quite funny when paired with the right surname. For example, if your surname is Bauda and you name your daughter Ilga, then she will literally be called Prolonged Pleasure. Oh, how we used to laugh at that in Latvian primary schools. Good times. But if you've ever heard the Latvian going, papa papa, we're not calling you daddy, this is a very shortened version of pagaidi. Wait a minute. The prefix pa, adding that notion of wait a second, wait a tiny moment, hold on. The full version of papa pa would be pagaidi, pagaidi. No normal Latvian has time to pronounce a full word, so we say pag. If said like this with a raised finger, pag. It means, hold on, I'll be right with you, let me finish what I'm doing. But if said like this, pag, 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 it means, wait a minute, I think you are bullshitting me right now. Then there's also the paga, paga, which is something you say when somebody rudely interrupts your phone conversation. Paga. What? If you nogaidīt, then you are a sneaky little genius who likes to wait things out before taking decisive action. And who knows, maybe if you wait long enough, you will sagaidīt, wait so long that what you want actually happens. Or alternatively, if you're having a party, you can sagaidīt ciemiņus, to receive and welcome your guests. But if you want to invite guests in the first place, then you should send them an ielūgums, an invitation, on which you'll write little something like this. Būsiet laipni gaidīti. You are warmly awaited pie manis ciemos, to be my guests or to come visit me. Būsiet laipni gaidīti pie manis ciemos. Moving on to uzgaidi. Wait a minute. Sounds as short as pagaidi, doesn't it? But it's a trap. Lūdzu uzgaidiet. Please wait. This is what they use in automatic answering machines of big companies and also at the doctor's office or anywhere else where they have an uzgaidāmā telpa, the waiting room. Those take notoriously long to get out of in Latvia, so if you end up in one of those, you will uzgaidīt until you die. But if you're a Latvian that is waiting for time, then you're a meteorologist, because gaidāmais laiks, the awaited time, is actually how we say the awaited weather. But if you are pregnant, you are gaidībās, in the waiting, because you gaidīt bērnu. You are waiting for a child, expecting a child. But a harsher, ko tu gaidi? What are you waiting for? Or for an even more exaggerated version, kas tu pastardienu gaidi? Those two expressions are supposed to get you off your butt and call you to action. Pastardienu gaidi. Are you waiting for pastardiena? From diena, a day, and pastarā, which means the last. Although the standard word for last would be pēdējais or pēdējā, making it pēdējā diena, but it is pastarā diena, and that is because this is a religious term, which means doomsday or judgment day. But nevertheless, it is still good to learn the meaning of pastarā as last, because in families the youngest child is also often called pastarītis, which is a very cute Latvian way to say the last born, pastarītis, and that is exactly what it means, and not, the child of doom. You might not have thought of this one, but knowing the verb gaidīt may also one day save you from an unfortunate situation. With the phrase, mani gaida darbs, my work is waiting for me, which is just a nice way to say, this date is not working out, I know it, you know it, so how about I give us an exit and we never speak to each other again? In love, like in life, some things are gaidītas, ilgi gaidītas, long awaited and expected, but other things notiek negaidīti. They happen suddenly. Nobody likes a negaidīts ciemiņš, an unexpected guest. There's an expression, negaidīts ciemiņš ir ļaunāks par tatāru. An unexpected guest is even worse than a Tatar. Now, this expression is not Latvian. It comes from the Russian expression, which in turn originated from Russians traditionally linking Tatars with Mongolians, who raided Russia in the Middle Ages. Later turned out that they are two separate groups and that the Tatars themselves were pretty heavily persecuted, but nevertheless the expression exists. Even in English, where there is an expression to catch a Tatar, which in Latvian would be noķert Tatāru, which means to be faced with a person or with a situation that just turns out to be a bit more than you can handle. Now, I'm sure that among you there must be some with a more refined knowledge of why is it that nobody waits for Tatars and want to invite them to a party. So, if you do have that knowledge, if you know something about where these expressions come, leave it in the comment. Now, as a rule, Latvians consider patience, pacietība, a virtue. We say, labs nāk ar gaidīšanu un silts ar sildīšanu. Good comes with waiting and warm with heating. But we also like to destroy all hope in people with our elaborate ways of saying that will never happen. Like this. Gaidi cik gribi, wait all you want. Gaidi vien, wait all you want. Gaidi vesels. Keep waiting, my friend, maybe it's gonna make you healthier in the end. Gaidi ar maisu, that profit you are waiting for, or that thing you want me to do, stand with a sack like this and wait for it to never happen. Ever. Want your internet provider to call you back? Gaidi līdz pūcei aste uzziedēs. Wait until the owl's tail blooms. Want to get an appointment at the PLMP, the Latvian Center for Migration and forming all kinds of official documents like passports? Gaidi, kad cirvja kātam lapas plauks. Wait until your axe grows leaves. Want to get out of the uzgaidāmā telpa? Gaidi līdz suņi ar astēm ries. Wait until dogs start barking through their tails. Or, like in the soul-ripping, beautiful but oh so sad Latvian song Zipsnī zvaigznes or Shimmering Stars, they ask, when is a soldier coming back from war? Kad zaļos sētas mieti, kad sapuva akmentiņš. When the wooden fence is going to bloom and grow leaves, and when the stone is going to rot. Zipsnī zvaigznes, a very beautiful, even if sad song. You should definitely give it a listen though. The link is in the description. And since we're on the theme of sadness, again on this channel, maybe the saddest legend that features Latvian waiting is one of the staburaks, which used to be an 18-meter high cliff on the Daugava River. It was considered one of the most beautiful natural wonders of Latvia. And as to how it came about, it is said that there was a girl who was betrothed to a fisherman, and she would wait for him on like that little hill on the Daugava River every day. Then one day the fisherman drowned in a storm, and the mourning girl turned to rock, but never stopped crying. And the staburaks, I have told, used to also have mountain river water trickle down. Now, it is unfortunately no longer possible to go see the staburaks because since the 1960s it is underwater due to a project realized by the Soviet Latvian government of building the Pļaviņu hydroelectric power station. No more staburaks for Latvians, but at least we have the legend. But there are dažas labas lietas, some good things that Latvians have sagaidījuši. They have waited so long that they actually happened, and one of such things is celebrated on the 4th of May, 4. maijā, Latvijas Republikas neatkarības atjaunošanas diena, the day of the restoration of independence of the Latvian Republic. And on this note, I would like to end this video by wishing you a lovely celebration, priecīgu 4. maiju. Have a happy 4th of May. Un nu, viss! Thank you for watching this video on Latvian waiting. I hope that it helps you understand us better and maybe also will let you get through some waiting situations of your own. Dear Patreons, as always, a big thank you for your support. Don't forget to check out your extra lessons on Staburadze, famous Latvian pastry company and its history from the early 20th century. Everyone, please leave in the comments any and all ideas that this video inspired for you, maybe some experiences in Latvia. I love hearing from you and I look forward to discussing with you more. And I will see you soon, maybe. Bye!